What's up, guys? Moran from HCP, your favorite host, I'm sure. Just wanted to jump on real quick and go over the draft for the Packers. I want to start off by saying I know everyone's shocked that we took a receiver because it's been so long. I think what better way to do it than when we're hosting the draft? And with that being said, I'm just going to jump into it real quick. So, absolutely loved the first pick of the draft. Absolutely loved it. Matthew Golden runs a 4.3. We now have two receivers that run a sub 4.4, which is huge for a deep ball thrower like Jordan Love. Also, just think it's such a good fit. I didn't think we would do for receiver first round just based on the talent we have in the receiver room. We do have the best receiving room in football before the draft. We definitely do after the draft. I'll say that again. But just opens up so many things offensively. Watson's going to be out for 6 to 7 weeks, so I'm sure that had something to do with it. Also, Watson is on a contract year. It's probably unlikely he comes back unless he does something crazy when he does come back this year. With our second round pick, Anthony Escalade Belton, just a big dude, 6'6", 350, plays multiple positions on the line, and he's just a mauler. If you guys watched the Packers-Eagles game last year in the playoffs, right when our best lineman got hurt, we just got dominated the rest of the game, so it was a focus this year. I didn't think we would do it as early as we did, but when you have a guy you like Belton, he was very high on a lot of draft boards, so I understand the move. So I don't mind it. I understand what we were doing. Third round pick, I kind of was scratching my head a little with Savion Williams, but he's also a guy that can do so much. Perfect player comp is Cordero Patterson. I'm sure everyone's seen it online. He's another burner. Just carries the ball. He's a good receiver, and he's very good at teams. So, or as we call it in Green Bay, we fence. So it's a good signing, good draft pick as well. Baron Sorrell was just cool. He was an edge rusher at Texas. He also stayed in the green room the whole draft, which was kind of cool. He got his name announced by Roger Goodell. So he can make moves. He's a tweener. He plays multiple positions. He's going to help us run stop. He's a good edge player as well. But the key to this draft was guys that can do multiple things. So it continued throughout the draft with Baron Sorrell. And also, just if we can get some of these linebackers to hit, it's going to be a much better defense than last year, and we were still a very good defense last year. Our 5th, 6th, and 7th round pick, Colin Oliver, Warren Brinson, and Micah Robinson. It's throw a hat in the bucket. You want to hope that one of those work out. If two of them work out, that's going to be great. The one thing I did want to say about this draft, I was actually shocked that we didn't address corner. We did in free agency with Nate Hobbs, but not addressing corner until the 7th round pick made you think that you're going to keep Jair, but report came out today that it's very, very unlikely Jair's on this team by training camp. So kind of concerned there a little, but also we're a team that has always developed players, and that's the route we're going to go. And I've said this a million times. If you have a good pass rush, corners look a lot better than they actually are. So that's why we went as heavy as we did with edge. We also signed Isaiah Simmons today. Linebacker, safety, hybrid. Was a top 10 pick a few years back. Obviously, he hasn't played up to that potential, but if he hits, that's another, addition to this defense. I will say I am super excited at the number that Matt Golden picked, 22. I already ordered his jersey because I love that number. I think it's awesome. And it's just different to see in Green Bay. But obviously, we've talked about this before on the pod. Judging a draft class within the first 3 days is silly. I already have people hitting me up. Oh, the Packers don't know what they're doing. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's crazy to me how people will always come to me about my team, but not worry about their own. And yes, if you think this is about you, it probably is. But other than that, draft was a blast, and we'll talk about it for months on end. And I expect 2 or 3 guys to make an immediate impact with this draft class. We'll talk about more about who my favorite picks were on a later episode. Also, I'll talk about guys that I don't think are going to work. The one mention I do want to make, he wasn't drafted, he was an undrafted free agent. I want to put this on record. Nazir Stackhouse is going to be a stud. If you don't know about him, look him up. Other than that, it was fun catching up with you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.